Great timing. I'll cut and you serve.
Don't cut me. You know, Serena hasn't stopped smiling since she walked through the door.
Well, that's all that really matters, huh?
Yeah, let me see. Now, wait a minute. A domestic Lucy. Cutting cake, doting on a child. I don't know. Can I get used to that?
What are you doing? You better be careful. People are going to walk right through that door.
We've never been careful.
People are waiting for their cake.
Okay. I just want you to know that if it wasn't for our partnership down there in Florida, we would have missed all of this. So, I just want to tell you, thank you.
Come on!
You're out of here. Hey, sweetie, you need to take it easy, okay?
You don't want to overdo it, buddy.
He's just playing a board game. Don't baby him. Let him be a kid.
Courtney, can you take over?
Yeah.
You know, you just blew back into town. You have no idea that she's been through hell and high water with that kid.
I don't know because she took my son away from me.
Don't give me that. You know exactly where she was months ago. She willed that boy back to life. Before you go mouthing off, criticizing her, I suggest you watch and learn what it means to be a parent.
Go back. There. That's your turn. There. 8.
All right, who's winning? You are.
Get the number of that truck that just hit me?
Wait a second. You took out Courtney.
Joe speaks his mind.
Let me guess, he's dating Courtney.
No, actually, he's my fiancé.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize. The way you sprang to her defense, I assumed there was something going on.
Oh, they dated a while back.
When was this?
About 8 years ago.
Just before we got married. When you told me Neil wasn't my child, I felt betrayed. My pride took over. She brought Neil to the hospital where her ex-boyfriend practices. And now they're living under the same roof. It's interesting.
Whose turn is it? Let me draw.
Get the biggest kick out of seeing Scott with his daughters. I mean, whoever would have thought that he'd make such a good father, huh?
Me. He had you as an example.
Well, this past week being the exception to that rule.
Oh, sweetheart, I think Scotty knows that you had to do right by your client.
Yeah, I think he does. Why are you looking at me like that?
No, little contender. I am just absolutely crazy about my husband.
Well, when did this condition begin?
About 20 years ago.
Hmm.
And then it flared up again the other day when I saw him in action in the courtroom. Oh, he is so brilliant. And I fell in love with him all over again.
What sanctions are you seeking to remedy this condition, my dear?
Well, maybe if the counselor would call a recess, I could show him what I had in mind. Huh?
I think maybe a quick goodbye to Scott and Serena, and then, as the kids say, we're out of here.
Let's go.
So, John, is there something else we can do for you tonight?
I guess that's my cue to leave. Good night, all.
Night. Hey, must have been really difficult for you tonight having him here. Are you all right?
Sure. And if not, I know how to fake it.
So, how was the party, really?
Crowded.
You really laced into John.
Yeah, well, he deserved it.
At least now he's trying to be a father to Neil. I grew up without one. I know how important it is.
I miss my dad, even if he wasn't perfect.
John is about as selfish as they come. I'm not so sure Neil's better off having him around.
I second that.
Neil's opinion is the one that really matters here. I think that we should try to be a little objective.
Well, you know what? I can't be objective when it comes to Neil.
I'll quit holding you hostage. Go home.
And it's so much fun to be there right now. I get to go home and stare at the ceiling and think about Lucy with Scott. Or even more fun, the murders.
Some great minds do their best thinking in the wee hours. You never know. You might crack the case tonight.
If I were to write down everything I know about the murders, all the clues, the suspects, everything.
Oh, add my name at the top of that list.
Would you be willing to look it over? I mean, just have a look at it. Maybe you could put together something I've missed.
I'd love to try.
Then I guess I better get home and get cracking.
All right, and I guess I should get back to work. You know, the rain always makes me feel so melancholy, but I love it. Am I a masochist?
Maybe. But you're good company anyway.
How many times you gonna wash that plate? You gonna wash the color off it?
Well, I'm kind of new at this, you know, and besides, I really like these thingies, and I guess I just don't want this night to end.
If you don't want this night to end, and you don't want to go back to the hotel and be alone, then why don't you spend the night?
Oh, that is very sweet of you, but I won't be alone. I'll go back to the hotel and be with Stephen.
But you could have a sleepover. We have plenty of room. Don't we, Daddy?
Yeah, we do. We've got a lot of room here, but maybe we ought to wait until you're, feeling a little better, recover for a while, then we'll have a sleepover.
But I'm feeling fine. And Lucy doesn't want to go. Please, Daddy?
Look at those blue eyes. How can I say no? So, want to sleep over?
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Yay! We're having a sleepover! Yay! This night isn't over after all. Come on, Steve.
No. Not by a long shot.